goblins to help liberate their village. There was some protest on Gundren's part until he concluded that he had heard King Groll talking about getting reinforcements from the village and then heading south to Phandalin. So that he was eager to get back to his brothers in Phandalin, but if these hobgoblins were going to be heading there to cause trouble anyway, best take care of them now. So the group headed out into the forest with the goblins. They were ambushed by a pair of owlbears, which the group dispatched after the owlbears actually had to destroy or killed 3 unfortunate goblins. The group then proceeded with a bit more caution. They got within a few miles of Browntooth Village, excuse me, where they saw in the distance some dust kicking up on the road and hid it to the sides and saw a group of hobgoblins marching in formation, possibly those exact reinforcements heading for Cragmaw Castle. The group ambushed them through use of some fire provided by Salazar and some ice provided by Cathod, destroyed most of them, and then mopped up the last fellow, and proceeded towards Browntooth Village. They got there, surveyed that their original plan of causing a distraction in the water wouldn't work because the water is too far from any good hiding spots. Then they came up with a plan of setting one of the tents on fire for a distraction, and then making a pincer attack from both the north and the south. So Salazar lit a torch, went up, set one of the tents on fire, retreated back into the woods, and then used his control flames ability to make sure that the tent wasn't consumed, but it didn't die down either. That drew some attention from the hobgoblins, and then as Salazar was having to control the fire, they glimpsed him through the forest, and that is where we left off. I want everyone to roll initiative.
Oh baby.
Man.
I gotta find my guy.
I know, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot I have to click on him. Where am I? Oh yeah, you're down in the bottom forest, Greg.
Yeah, we're all split up.
Yeah, it's not letting me click on me. Oh,
I
maybe I had the wrong mouse cursor.
Goodness, I think this might be the longest initiative tracker I've done. Because I
got a crap ton of everything.
Yeah, I split it out by individual hobgoblins rather than as a group, so. Okay. It's by a group called Two Steps from Hell, and they do a lot of soundtrack music.
They're really good. I use them for study music.
Who studies?
People who want to graduate. I have an exam tomorrow.
Oh, goodness. Well.
Fun times.
I'm going to turn that down just a little.
It feels so epic.
What?
I got baby school.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, seeing Salazar and shouting out something, that there's a reaction amongst the hobgoblins that heads all snap in the direction of the fire that had. Well, actually, they had been looking towards that direction beforehand, but now hearing the cry out, they all start rushing that direction. So first off, I will move 5, 6 to there. This guy in the woods is going to charge into the woods towards you, Salazar, and he is going to make an attack. Yeah, and he comes up to you, and you just sort of parry his blow to the side with your spear. That doesn't hit.
I have an AC of 18 now, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I thought he was gonna decapitate you.
Let's see. AC of what? 20?
I think you said 18.
18.
18. Okay, yes. For a moment I was like, oh, it couldn't be 20 because you're not that high. But then, yeah. Okay. So then, that was that fellow. That guy hasn't heard anything yet. Bonnar, you are up. That
Alright.
you are seeing the hobgoblins starting to rush in your direction, and one of them has gotten up to Salazar and taken a swipe, which he dealt with. It's your go.
Alright, I'm gonna run up behind this goblin, or, right behind him there,
All right.
and take a swing with Bloodstep. Oh,
Oh,
And you are just prepared. Any particular special way you want to dispatch him?
Decapitation sounds nice.
Yeah, just shoom right through butter. You don't even hit like there's this quarter-inch space where there's space between the helmet and the plate armor that starts in the back. You get that sweet spot, and there's not even a clink against any metal as you shoof, and then it goes whoop, 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 plop, and the body just falls over.
Got him, guys.
Okay, that's your movement and your action. Anything else? Or you have more movement left if you like.
Okay, well, let's see. That was like one. That was like 4, I think.
So as dwarf, you'd have 2 more because Bloodstep gives you 5 extra feet.
I will step up in
Right
front of him.
there. Okay.
I thought I'll go this one. Saying that.
It's completely across. You would not have seen it.
No, he's right next to me.
No, that you are up north with Bonnar.
Oh, okay.
Yes. But yeah, that there are tents and fire and story rock in the way. You would not have seen that. But because of Cathod's sending, you've been able to communicate and coordinate this attack, so you know that the others are doing their thing. So it's actually Thonar. It is your turn.
So while I've been chilling up here, what did I notice about how these wolves are chained up? Like, are they locked, or is it just chains? How?
There are chains that are attached into the stake there, and sort of there's a nail hammered through a link in the chain for each of them. So there's the chain that goes to a collar on their neck, then that chain was just a nail was hammered into the link onto the stake for each of them.
So in order for them to be set free, they would have to pull the confused at how they would let them go.
Right. That you'd have to essentially pry the chains off.
Okay. And how long are the chains? How can I tell?
Yeah, they're probably about 10 feet each.
Okay. All right. So I know that this happened because of his what's his name's messaging. Like, do I know that they started attacking?
You would not necessarily have seen it or heard about them, but you would be able to easily guess that's what's going on since they said, okay, we're going to start the fire.
Okay.
And then there's this reaction happening. You
All
haven't, as well as you probably see some of the fire and the smoke happening, but you don't necessarily know what's happening in the fight. You just know it started.
All right. Since this guy is turned the other direction, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and sneak up behind him.
Roll me stealth with disadvantage due to your armor.
I'm so stealthy. I believe.
All right, let me see here. Oh, no, he hears you coming.
Oh, okay.
And so you do not get advantage on him, but that's the only thing.
All
No
right.
other detriments.
Well, in that case, I don't get to yell anything, but I'll still attack him.
And yeah, he turns around just in time for you to come through with Talon and just slash through his front. It splits his metal armor and just in his chest and blood. And he just gurgles and falls over.
Oh, baby.
No, I'm sorry, retcon.
Oh.
No, you do that and it hits the armor, puts a big, I was looking at the wrong AC, and puts a big, takes a big chunk out of the armor, but it holds fast, doesn't get any of his flesh, and he's just sort of stunned for half a moment and then regains himself and draws his own weapon ready to come after you.
Oh dang! So he didn't take any damage.
He did not.
Oh.
They have an AC of 18.
Ah. All right.
All right,
Oh,
and that's
should've-
your movement and your action.
Yep. So I'm done. Donezo.
Okay. Just reminding you, it's a bonus action to rage.
Yeah, I'll start raging. I forgot that that's a bonus action.
Okay. Yep. Because you have to do that. Most, I'm telling you this because we're still learning here. Tactically, if you want to get your defenses up, so if he hits you back, it's only for half. You'd
Yeah,
wanna
that
be
makes
raging.
sense. That makes sense.
So it
Thank
wouldn't
you.
affect your chance to hit him. But might want that. Okay. Then next up is the goblin directly in front of you, Greg. Or Bonner.
One of you.
Goodness me. Goodness me. So,
One of you twins.
That's racist.
But why is it racist?
It's racist against twins, so it's twinsist.
Yeah, that makes sense.
okay, so this goblin and his buddy next to him sort of form like a mini little phalanx with their shields. It's just the two of them for the moment, but they both sort of start harassing you, and playing off of the one next to him, the guy is able to see through your defenses for a moment and slashes into you for 13 points of slashing damage, reduced to 10 because of your
Whew.
heavy armor master.
I actually take damage now.
Yeah. Alright, so that's that hobgoblin. Next, you hear this booming voice yell something out as the big hobgoblin with a great sword and sort of the fancier armor that you've seen that the guy who carried Bloodstep had back in the day. He's going to yell out, and all the goblins sort of straighten up and prepare. Let's see, Hobgoblin Captain. That is an action. Yes. Okay, so this to him. He's going to move up. To there. So he had to dash to get there, but he has now joined his comrades in the fight. Okay, Elrine.
Alright. If I move to like here, would I be able to see this guy? Cause I'm assuming that we had time kind of like to scope out everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cause I remember.
I would absolutely say you could see him.
Alright. So yeah, I'm gonna Hunter's Mark him. Use my
Okay.
spells. Hunter's Mark that guy. Cause I remember the guy in the other chamber gave us a bad time. A flashback.
Yeah, a little bit. A little
Yeah,
bit.
a little bit. I'm just gonna go right for him, just normal attack.
Okay.
I rolled a 20 total.
That'll hit.
Okay.
Wait, you're rolling die?
He
Yeah.
got his own dice.
Why?
Fancy, huh?
It's more fun. My longbow D8.
That's awesome.
Longbow might be a D10. Let me just double check.
I have D8, and then Hunter's Mark is D6.
Yep.
7, and then do you add your dex mod?
Yeah, your dex mod.
Okay. So 11.
11. Oh. So, the Elrine sort of is watching, waiting. He mentally marks his target, expends some of his, divine energy, and lets an arrow fly. It catches this goblin shaman in the shoulder. And not knowing exactly where it came from, but having a decent idea. All right, so that was 11.
Yeah.
So you see that this is bleeding pretty bad on him. That he's still standing, still very intent, but that was a good hit.
Alright. And I'm gonna move. I think I started like here, so I'm just gonna move kind of over this way. I
Okay.
think I could probably move that far. So
Yeah,
I just
you're good.
Exactly.
Shoot, move, shoot, move, shoot, move.
Jump and shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm done.
Should have called
Okay.
it jump and shoot, man.
Now the Goblin Shaman will actually step up. And he is going to cast a spell,
No.
and
I
this sort of
tried.
whirling vortex of purple and red energy is going to come flying at you, Salazar.
Gummit.
Let's see here.
Like a goblin magnet.
Oh yeah, that'll hit. That'll definitely hit. Up. Okay. Let's see, Salazar, you take 15 points of necrotic damage, or actually radiant damage. Yes, radiant damage. And you see that there's sort of this shimmering outline around you, and you try and pat it out and it doesn't go away. You are highlighted up with this energy that's sort of surrounding you.
Can I use a step of the wind at all? No, right?
No, this is a spell. This isn't a physical attack. So that there's you can't use your deflect missiles or anything.
No
And step
patience
the-
defense.
Yeah, step of the wind is for your extra movement on your turn.
Step of the wind.
Okay. Step of the wind.
Better than break of the wind.
Break of the wind. Out of the
Okay.
trees.
And seeing, let's see, then up north, seeing Thonar come out and start a fight with this Houndmaster goblin, that these wolves are going to start pulling on the ends of their chains, and they're just there, just barking and snapping in your direction. So they're all tugging at their chains, just close on the heels of the goblin there.
Why are they mad at me? I have a wolf totem, and I'm raging right now. I'm one of them.
I thought you had bear.
Oh, I am bear. Yep, you're
Yes, bear.
Hey, whoops.
Alright, I'm a bear.
Alright. I forgot.
Okay, so this goblin is going to use his dash to round the corner here and come all the way over. Make sure that was right. Yeah, I can just barely get up to Bonner there. But he had to dash in order to do that. Selena, you are up. You see these wolves sort of pulling at their chains. You see what is supposedly the Houndmaster engaged in a fight with Thonar. Thonar has just, you see him just hulking out and just twitching with energy. You know, you can see that he's in a barbarian rage.
Okay, I have a
I-
feeling you can take this guy out on those, so I'm gonna go get the wolves.
Okay. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna take this turn.
The one right behind him? Okay, roll an attack. I take it this is with your longbow?
Yeah.
Okay. And no sneak attack on this.
Why? Hidden.
Okay, yes, you would be hidden. Okay, go for it. I take that back. You'd have both. Oh yeah, and you just put that wolf down. It's snarling, and you just wait for a moment, and then Loose gets it right in the neck. And the others are still just snarling, just sort of leaping still at their chains.
I moved my way.
Yep, you still have your full movement.
Is there a way if I could run, like, move my spot so I'm hidden again?
You can use your bonus action to hide. Yes.
Hide again.
You started hidden.
Yeah.
You attacked. Now you can't hide in the exact same place because I know you're there, but you could move somewhere else amongst the trees or behind the tent. You're gonna sort of duck into the forest and hide again. Okay. Roll me a stealth check.
She utterly disappeared.
You are
Where's she?
very, very well hidden. Like you're even proud of yourself who you've trained to move quietly. Like you'd be proud to like have seen your master see you move that quietly. Okay. Salazar, you're up.
I am irate. I'm gonna run at my little shaman boy.
Okay.
Just ignore everyone else.
I'm going to stab him, and then I'm going to slap him.
Okay.
The old stab and slap.
Yeah. Like the southern monk fab. Going on. I'm gonna stab that boy.
Wave
Okay.
my Confederate flag.
And so you go up and you stab this goblin, and it gets him sort of in the lower abdomen, and he's just glaring at you with these intense eyes, and you can see it does a lot of damage to him, but he's just still intent on you. And then you go and you punch him in the face, and he falls over,
I believe you said slap.
and then just slowly turns up to you, blood dripping out of his face, blood dripping out of his gut, and he is barely hanging on, but he is just staring you down right now.
Oh, you son of a biscuit.
Yeah, big biscuit.
He says
Okay.
slap.
All right. So now
Who's your dad?
Oh,
another,
no. Greg.
yep, another goblin will come down here, round the corner. Or did you want to move more?
I wanted to do flurry of blows, but I didn't realize. No, that's okay. That's alright.
Okay.
I'm gonna move back.
Okay, you're gonna move back. All right, so go ahead. Because I think you had moved. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have a total of a lot. Yeah,
There.
you've got 50 feet of movement, is it? Or
Yes.
Oh wow.
Wow.
That's a
Yeah.
couple.
That's a-
so
That's a
Move
lot
that
of
one back.
movement.
5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. You'd actually be right there. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so this hobgoblin around the corner, and not able to get up to you immediately for an attack. He's going to sort of dash into the forest and end up right there. Okay, the next hobgoblin, right here, he's going to take a swipe at Bonner. Ooh. Okay, Bonar, that these hobgoblins, they are surrounding you. They are harassing you from all different angles. You take 16 points of slashing damage minus 3, so that would be 13.
I'm gonna use one of my superiority dice to parry.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Creature reaction expend reduce the damage by the number you roll plus dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there we go. I did put it in so I can cast it.
Okay, so you reduce it from 13 to 8. Oh, you are entirely correct. Well, I had some Draco. Like, I got all the enemies.
It's like, we gotta save this guy. How's that gonna work?
Alright, so I will. You are entirely right. I'll add Cathod to the order.
He fell asleep.
Oh, and this works perfectly because he's only one off in initiative. He'll take his turn now. All right, so Cathod. What will Cathod do?
Well,
Hmm.
you can't firebomb anything anymore.
Well, not without sort of downing Bonner.
He can handle it. Look at all that
Okay.
AC.
He is going to cast Ice Slick.
Over there.
Where are you pointing?
All right, he's going to cast Ice Slick right there, and just so Bonner doesn't get hit, And I believe they have to make dex throws. Oh, cast.
Ooh.
Oh, max damages. Okay. Well, first off, the shaman is most definitely dead as he just coats over an ice solid in place.
Oh, thank God.
And
Yay!
make 3 dex saves. And they all fail. And so actually, all of these hobgoblins
Wow.
just are encased in ice, and like so like a couple of them, like fingers and like an arm, just like shatter off of them. And the ground there is just covered in ice. It actually puts out the fire on the tent, and just sort of a charred, icy tent right there.
I brush the frost off my beard and say, "That was cool."
Yeah, they're just a little bit of the cold air will shiny not hurt you, but it is pretty chilly as his magic manifests there. All right. So, well, that hobgoblin's dead. That hobgoblin's dead. Up north, the one right in front of you, Thonart, will take a swipe at you.
All right.
And he just with the surprise of you getting there, the slash you put in his chest, and his wolves just sort of howling behind him. One of them seemed to squeal. He can't figure out what, something bad happened to. He's sort of distracted, sees it dead, and then just tries to make a swipe at you, but he just doesn't quite make it, and you just sort of dodge to the side.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, Bonar, you are up.
Alrighty.
Oh, actually, just a sec. Okay, it wouldn't have made a difference. Never mind. Yep, go ahead.
Alright, I'm going to... I'm going to attack the hobgoblin leader guy, whoever that is.
All right, go for
The
it.
captain.
Yeah, and that you go and you go to swing, you lock blades for a second, and then you swing around and cut him right in his hip.
Ooh, so if it hits, I also want to use disarming attack.
Okay.
Too many things. There we go.
Minus additional 7. Okay, so that you go and that you had locked blades, and as you swing around, you knock his to the ground and then slice across him. So, actually, I need to make the strength saving throw. Does he drop it? No, he does not make it. And so you knock his weapon to the ground.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna use my action surge and take another swing at him.
Oh, go for it.
Get him.
I figured
Wow.
the sooner he's gone, the better.
With that one, that without the weapon in his hand, he's able just to put up both armored wrists and catch your blade with it, not able to cut into the metal armor, and just holds it and shoves it away. You don't hit.
Alright. And then I'll use my bonus action to use Second Wind.
Okay, heal on
to
up.
get 12.
It's you, unstoppable.
Is that right? D10. Oh, D10. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Good.
Okay. You, Thonar, that this guy has taken a swipe at you, which you deftly evaded.
All right. I am going to. Where did it go? Attack with a reckless attack.
Oh,
Cause I ain't afraid of no ghost.
You will soon be a ghost.
I'm afraid of no ghost.
Oh.
Yeah. How would you like to dispatch him? What kind of swing?
I want to go. Since I already took out his armor, I want to hit him where he's weak. I want to go for the same spot just to rub it
Okay,
in.
so you just go and you hammer it, hammer it, and the metal keeps splitting, So finally, your blade goes all the way through and just slices down, just rip, and just blood just gouges out of that, and he just gurgles and falls over.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
By hammer.
So then, can I see like no, okay. All right. Then I guess I will. I don't know. I'm just gonna move right there.
Okay.
And I can't do anything else. So that's my turn.
Question: how do reactions work?
Reaction, you get 1 reaction per round. You, in theory, can use it on your turn if you want, but you can use it in any time that it's available.
Is it available if someone else attacks me?
It depends
If-
on what the thing
It
is that's
depends
letting you
on
take it.
whatever the move is.
The Guardian Wraps, for instance.
The Guardian Wraps, if somebody hits you with an attack. It works essentially the same as, whatchamacallit,
Deflect missile.
deflect missiles, but you have to spend a key point to do it. Okay?
Yes, sir.
And so, after Thonar... Go for it. Here.
Wait, his turn is it?
That hearing the commotion, exiting their tent, not that,
I knew it wasn't that easy.
Yeah.
you guys see another hobgoblin captain
Oh.
followed by 2 bugbears exit out of this large tent here. Hearing the commotion, that the captain will speed off on his way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 6. He goes there because he wants to avoid the ice slick. And yeah, so he had to use his turn to dash to join in the fight, but he is joined, flanked by 2 bugbears that are sort of a little wide-eyed, trying to figure out what's going on. And that's his turn. Which goblin is this? That's a dead one. And that's okay. The hobgoblin captain is gonna take a swing at you, Bonnar.
Alright.
And let's see here. I think pretty grisly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
He's
long
gonna
as he-
make his two attacks
Oh.
at you.
Oh.
The first one, he has to reach and sort of fumble for his weapon and pick it up and swing at you, and you easily just clack it out of the way. But he just uses the momentum, brings it around, and slashes you again. And additional 3d6 for his martial advantage.
An additional 3d6. Nice.
So, yeah, for
Oh.
having his allies around him,
Yeah.
you take 20 slashing damage
Oh,
as
Would
as
that
he
be
just lays into you. 20 minus 3 will be
minus 3,
17.
and then let's see, 17.
I have a
Okay,
question.
Yeah, I'll take.
Yes.
I forgot that I took Great Weapon Master.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, I had a bonus action to attack. I could have done another melee attack.
Alright.
Is it possible to go back?
Do you want to take a swipe at one of the wolves?
Yeah.
Roll it.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, master.
Yep, you take out a wolf.
Yay. Take out. Yeah. Perfect. That's the
So
one I want.
you're right there. Okay. So, were you contemplating a parry there, good sir?
I was contemplating it, but I took the damage.
Okay.
I'm sitting at 21 health, so.
Alright, and the shaman's dead. Elrine, you are up.
Right. I'm not gonna use that.
Your hunter's
know-
mark is available to move.
Yeah. You don't get advantage or anything. Is that just rogues if he's like fighting Bonner there?
That's rogues. They get sneak attack. They wouldn't get advantage.
I know? I'm saying I'm trying to remember. I wouldn't be able to get advantage or anything from like sort of flanking.
Not from ranged. If you got
Okay.
into melee,
If it was
yes.
melee, okay.
Yeah, flanking counts for melee.
Okay. That's what I thought. Yeah, I'll hunter's mark the guy that he was fighting before.
Okay. And you would know he is damaged,
Yes.
so you get Colossus Slayer as well.
Yeah, I'm not gonna move. I'm just gonna roll.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll just do normal. Okay, I roll 23.
That hits.
So I get 2d8 and a d6, right?
I
Hunter's mark,
believe
Colossus Slayer.
Colossus Slayer is a D8. Yep. Plus your dex.
19.
19 damage. Wow. Okay, so you're sort of waiting for the right moment when there's this fight going on between Bonar and this hobgoblin captain. It's going back and forth, and he comes down and he slams a cut right into Bonar's armor, sort of denting it and bruising him on the inside. And there's a bit of blood, where the edges of the armor where it hits flesh. And as he just sort of brings his sword back, you release. It flies forward, goes boom straight through the middle of his chest. He sort of grasps at the arrow and falls back.
Oh, I'm dead.
Well shot.
Nice.
Okay, so that's your bonus action. Your action.
Oh,
Do you
he's
want to
down?
move? Yeah. You killed him by 1 additional point.
Got him. No, I will stay right there.
All right. All right, and with this, hear sort of these thud, thud, thud footsteps. And actually, yeah, because he's dead, his aura would be off. No longer getting that benefit. See. That
Seems like everybody rolled an 8 for initiative.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one bugbear, he comes thud, 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 and actually joins this other guy in the woods, gets up against you, Elrine. And this other one, 5, 6. 6. He can get right there on this turn, and that's a dash. All right, Salazar, the hobgoblin right in front of you, is going to take a swing at you, and even though the shaman is dead, there is still this glimmering energy highlighting around you, so it has advantage on the attack, which it still doesn't make.
Ah!
I feel once they die, their magic.
Any magic they're concentrating on, not any magic effect that might have already just happened. Okay. So that one misses. That he'll just sort of prepare himself to defend. Selena.
I'm gonna take out the closest one, closest wolf to
I'll be right back.
that one.
Yep.
My arrow.
Shoot. And you are hidden, so you get advantage and sneak attack. Oh yeah, and you just put that wolf right down. Just they just point at his chain, focused on Thonar right there, just barking, doesn't even notice that your arrow right inside the neck. You guys are cleaning up.
I'm going to shout to Fauna that tell him to go help the others, and I'll take care of the last wolf.
Okay. So that's your turn. You want to move or anything?
Well, because I shouted, I guess I'm not.
You are not hidden.
Huh?
You are not hidden. No.
Okay. I just stay there.
Okay, you'll stay right there. All right. We're gonna move that wolf body right there just for convenience sake. The other wolf is gonna strain up against its chain and make a bite at you, Thonar. Yeah, and it just sort of is snapping at you, but you're sort of backing off away and sort of fending it off with Talon. Doesn't get you. Okay, now.
Nice. It does have advantage. I don't know if.
Oh, in that case, it would get you. Yeah. Thank you for your honesty.
Yeah.
All right. So you take 13 points of piercing damage, which would then be halved down to 7 because of your rage.
All right.
And I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, -7 strength saving throw, which I think I get advantage on for some reason.
Either way, you succeeded. So the wolf grabs onto your calf and sort of pulls at it and tries to knock you down, but you sort of yank your leg away. You know, it sort of scrapes against his teeth, hurts a bit, but you still manage to stay standing.
Not this time, doggy. I've been down that road before.
All right, Salazar. That this hobgoblin has made a slash at you, and in doing so, the divine energy around you dissipates, and you're no longer highlighted.
Quick question. For flurry of blows, can I redirect one of those blows to another enemy?
You may distribute them as you see fit.
Okay, so I'm gonna stabby stab. Hold on. So I'm gonna burn a key point for this, and I'm gonna do flurry of blows as well as a spear strike.
Okay. So, which one are you trying to hit, the hobgoblin or the bugbear? All right, go for it.
The guy in front of me. And if he goes down, I'll go for the bugbear.
Great. Okay, so he sort of deflects your spear, but while his arm is up deflecting it, you just boom, boom, twice in the chest, and you see his eyes go wide, and he sort of clutches at it as the vibration has gone through, broken some stuff underneath, and probably stopped his heart. But it was both of your arm strikes that it took to do that.
I spit on him and say, I'm a heartbreaker.
All right, that's your. You still have your movement if you like.
I'm gonna circle around to flank the bugbear with Elrine.
Okay. And Cathod will go. He is going to. See here.
You doing okay there, Greg?
Yeah, I'm eating food.
No, I mean regarding the surrounding of the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's whatever.
Cathod is going to go ahead and cast Magic Missile at the remaining Hobgoblin Captain. So let's see here. Oh. So that guy takes 13 points of damage as you see 3 purple daggers just lash out. Let's see, that is 13. Goes down to, yeah, okay. Alright, that's Salazar, that's Cathod. That hobgoblin. Okay, this hobgoblin up here, gonna make a strike against you, Bonar. What's your AC?
18.
Okay, so he's able to just sneak through your armor and do 13 points of slashing damage, reduced by 3 to 10.
I'm gonna parry that.
Mm-hmm. Reduced by 7, so you take 3 damage.
Yeah.
As you're able to sort of deflect most of the blade, it just sort of nicks you underneath your arm. Okay, so that's that hobgoblin, and we're back up to any living ones in the initiative. No, Bonar, it's actually your turn.
Yay. I'm gonna attack that hobgoblin that's right above me there.
Mm-hmm. And you just, after he sort of nicks you, you just bring your blade down straight through, catch him at the clavicle into his body, and just yank out, and just gouts of blood spurt out of it, and he falls over.
There we go.
That's it.
Okay, so that. And then I will move down one right there.
Okay. Bonar. But Selena's just yelled at you to go and help the others. You can take care of this one.
What does disengage is my main action?
Disengage is a full action, yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna take me like 3 turns to get down there. So
Big village.
what's that?
It's a big village.
Yeah, I guess so. So I'm just gonna attack. Sorry that I'm not listening, but I'm a dwarf and you're an elf, so. Alright.
Watch your back when you sleep.
Why should I watch it? You already have it for me. Alright, so I'll reckless attack again against this here Wolfie.
PETA comes out of the forest.
Yeah, and you put him down.
Bye. And then my movement is 25 feet.
Mhm.
So I am going. Can I? Can I like peek underneath this tent?
Under
If
the
I-
edge of the tent there?
Yeah. If I
Under
move-
that one?
If I move under 20 feet and then I kind of like poke my head under.
I'd say you already used your attack as an action.
Can I just run into it?
Well, the entrance is on the other side. Oh, you just want
No,
to
but
bash?
like bash into it.
Make a athletics check.
Falling
Alright.
over.
Athletics.
You go and you run into the hide, and some of it sort of pulls and rips, but you don't actually get through it.
Can I see in?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's sort of ripped down by sort of the lower parts where it had been tied to the ground.
All right, that's my turn.
All right, that's your turn. Okay, that the hobgoblin captain right in front of you, Bonar, that he is going to sort of get his weapon ready and tell the bug and shout something at the bugbear. All right,
Okay.
you get a sense he's waiting to take his action.
Okay.
Elrine.
Alright, I'm gonna just kind of circle around this bugbear. Move my hunter's mark to the other big baddie.
Okay.
And do the same thing as last turn.
Okay, now keep in mind you have a bugbear harassing you that you will have disadvantage on your ranged attack.
Alright.
You're flanking him.
Is it still? What if I? Is he still flanking if he's focusing on me? Or would he be able to? Because I wanted to do it where I would still have his attention. Like if I moved here, would I still? I just want to make so I kind of a shot at him and kind of keep this guy's attention so that.
Yes,
Like,
it's just the fact that you have an enemy next to you and you're trying to make a ranged attack.
Yeah.
Therefore-
no, I know that'll be a disadvantage. I just know when Salazar goes, I want him to still get the.
Oh, when Salazar goes,
flanking bonus.
he would need to be need to be directly across from you.
Oh, okay.
What you could do is sort of step over there, take your shot, and step back.
It does.
Yeah, I see.
guess I can do that. Okay. Yeah. Then I'll go there. Yeah, that was wrong. So disadvantage. Alright, well, that's a 2. That's an 8.
That's an 8 in
I'll
total?
use- no, I rolled a 2 and an 8, but I'm gonna use one of my luck to try to re-roll the 2
Okay.
in hopes that the 8 will hit. Okay, I rolled an 8, so 16.
16 is not quite enough. Just barely not enough.
Alright.
And so you go and you fire, and the arrow just sort of glints off the top of his shoulder armor.
Unlucky. Alright, I'll move back. I'll give a wink to Salazar and I'll move back.
Okay.
Pretending like I'm really afraid of the bugbear.
All right. So
I'm not amused.
the one bugbear by you, Bonar, will swing around behind you, and at the same time, it's gonna attack as the hobgoblin captain. So, what's your armor class?
50. I mean 18.
50. Okay, you take. You take
I don't like
36
how long
points
it takes to
of
add.
damage.
That's a lot of damage.
How much?
Is that from a single attack?
No, that's from 3 different attacks. So -9 will be 25.
Okay, I'm gonna parry because I'm at 18
Yeah.
health right now. So we'll parry that.
And
That's
you
a
reduce
pretty
it by
good
9
parry.
down to 21. Or no, it's 25 minus 9 would be 16. So you take 16 points of damage.
Uh,
All right,
He could have just insta died there.
2 HP, 2 HP club, guys.
uh,
Yeah.
I'm way down in initiative, so
No, I'll be
Yeah.
good. I'll be good.
So that's that bugbear. Then the other one there is that sort of Elrine flit around, but then there's Salazar right in front of him. He's going to take a let's see, let's roll a 50-50 here.
I was making funny faces at him, man.
Okay. Odd he goes for Elrine, even he goes for Salazar. He goes for Salazar.
Oh,
dang it.
And just sort of confused, and his club sort of catches on one of the trees and then tries to bring it down, but Salazar, you've already moved out of the way, and it just thunks into the ground. Okay. The hobgoblin's dead. Selena.
Alright, how far can I run with a dash?
You can dash with your action, dash with your bonus action, and run with your speed. I believe you can go rogues, man. You can go 105 feet. So that's divided by 5. That's you can go 21 spaces.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's almost. I can. That's almost
do
more
it.
the
I'm just
speed
gonna
I can
run.
go.
So you can go. Yeah, you can go to here.
Sure.
You can get to here. Now that's with full dash. You won't be able to take an action or anything, but you can get to there.
Right. Would readying my bow be an action?
If you're hoping to shoot with it, yes. So, if you wanted to get ready to shoot, then you could only move 70 feet, which would be 10 spaces. So that would be.
So you said right here.
Well, if you're, are you going to ready your action?
No.
No. Yeah, you can get all the way there. All right, then that I believe is your full turn because that's both your action, bonus action, and movement. All right, the wolves are dead. Hey, Cathod. Oh, Cathod is going to cast invisibility on Bonar.
What?
So Bonar, that you see your form in front of you sort of flicker and become translucent to you, and that the bugbear and the hobgoblin captain sort of like are surprised that you've disappeared right in front of them. Okay. Salazar.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Well, you're a hairy wizard.
So I'm gonna
Aye.
run up to the hobgoblin captain, and I'm gonna leave. And I kind of yell at Elrond, "Take care of the hobgoblin."
Okay. And as you go away, the bugbear sort of stirs, sees your back, and takes a swing at it. You take 12 points of piercing damage as his morning star just smashes into your back as you move forward.
Can I can't use a guardian wraps on that, can I?
Yes, you can. All right, and you reduce it by your monk level plus your dex plus, okay, reduced by, yeah. So you're able just to, as you're moving, you just put up your wrist and completely catch the Morningstar and throw it to the side. It doesn't, don't take a point of damage. And
Question.
that takes a key point.
Yeah. Regarding where was I? How many points did you give me in damage?
It was going to be 12. You reduce it completely.
So I'm back to 19.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And I'm gonna expend another key point and do spear and flurry of blows.
All right, and even though he can't see Bonar, that there's still sort of this threat in front of him, you would have advantage on all three of these attacks.
Oh.
You're able to sort of spear him, and then as you pull it out, you go to sort of kick and punch at him, but you just sort of catch armor and you aren't able to get a solid hit, just sort of glances off. So you do 10 points of piercing damage.
I'm gonna step back a little bit.
Okay, and you can do that because mobile. Right. Oh, you step way back, yeah. You just run, whee!
Just gonna take a step back.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye now.
Okay.
You
Well,
said dust cloud.
This initiative order keeps getting smaller and smaller. Okay, Bonar, you are up.
Okay. So I'm gonna reach into my bag and grab the bloodstone and use that.
Okay.
So I reach.
Let's see. And that would just be using an item. You would not break invisibility.
Oh, good.
Because that's not an attack, it's not casting a spell.
Alright, so I get 9. And then I'm going to move. Let's see.
Okay, and as you go, that there's something there they can't tell quite what. They'll both take swipes at you with disadvantage because invisibility. Yeah, you get away clean. Yeah, right.
I think. Wait, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. There we go.
7?
Yep.
Oh yeah,
I-
because blood step. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, Thonar, your turn.
All right. So I'm gonna move. Oh wait, I already got how far this was. I'm gonna move here.
Yep.
Can I see? Can I? I'm gonna look in this tent. Do I see anything in there?
Okay, yeah. I actually haven't moved them, but like whole bunch of the brown tooth goblins have gone and are like cowering inside of that tent.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, I'm gonna pull out my crossbow, and I'm gonna shoot this bugbear because
What's the distance on your
It's
crossbow?
I'd put 8320. I think that's.
Yeah, but it's currently sort of covered up by ice slick, but there is indeed a tent in the way. I'm gonna say you're gonna make this with disadvantage
Okay. All right, that works.
to sort of get it to arc it just right.
You know what? In that case, I'm just gonna dash.
All right.
I didn't realize that tent was there. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
You shoot this guy.
Which?
Okay.
Which guy?
This guy.
Oh, yeah, no, this tent's in the way. Even.
Yeah, he's not gonna really be able to get a good angle.
Oh, I thought he was farther over. I gotcha.
I guess I'll run. Oh wait, that's a stake. So I'll run next to the stake.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
And that's my turn.
I took that guy out of the initiative, but I know what he is.
That time you're about to run into a stake, but then you swerved at the last second, and it was a mistake.
Ah,
He says
okay.
he goes to the bathroom.
I'm doing the opposite of going to the bathroom.
Getting drinks.
Yeah.
Okay. So confused as to where this dwarf has gone, this guy's gonna turn towards the woods and move 1, 2, 3, 4, and take a swing at. Actually, he's gonna flank you, Elrine.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Okay.
worth it.
And take his 2 greatsword swipes at you, as well as his martial advantage. Elrine, you take 37 points of slashing damage.
Oh.
Is that from? How many attacks is that from?
That's from 2 attacks. So let me just double check. 21 plus
I'm gonna use my last luck point.
36. 36. Excuse me.
I'm gonna use my last luck point and make him reroll
One of those. Okay.
I don't know if I get to pick, but the one that did more damage.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I let you. You're like, I need to be more lucky on this one.
Yeah.
Oops, gotta select him. Now still hits.
Okay. So how much is it?
I read you the math. It's 36.
Okay.
one less.
21 plus 9 plus 4. No, 35. Excuse me, 35.
2 less.
Ah. What I'm talking about.
And it's your turn.
All right. I'll pull out my long sword. Or my short sword. Sorry.
You want to pull out both short swords?
Yes.
Okay, and keep in mind he is Hunter's Mark.
Yes. I don't remember how the offhand attack works.
The offhand attack, you do not gain your dexterity to damage.
Oh, just
Still the
damage.
same to hit.
Okay.
It's just you don't get your dex to
that's-
damage.
That's not bad then. Okay.
But I think does Hunter's Mark get every single instance of damage?
Whenever you hit it with a weapon attack.
Okay, so you potentially trigger it twice.
Okay.
Yep.
And is Colossus Slayer just once per turn, right?
Once per turn, I believe so. Yeah.
So first one, I rolled 12 total. So I guess that
12
doesn't-
total. No.
One. 17.
17 just hits.
Hey, okay.
You can, I think you roll 2d6 plus a d8.
Yes. And then not plus my dex.
Right, not plus
'Cause that was
dex.
my last one.
Yep.
You're right, 2d6. 13.
13. With that, you go and you slash with a 1, and he catches it with his blade, but you have a second one, so you just slash him in the side for 13 points, and he's just bleeding all over the place, but he's still standing. Okay. Next up, it's the bugbear. He's going to follow into the woods, and he's going to get up to Cathod. He's going to make a swing. And that misses badly. So he's trying to push through the trees and stuff and swings and catches a branch, and Cathod just sort of ducks out of the way. The other bugbear will most definitely take a swing at you, Elrine, with advantage. And you take 14 points of piercing damage.
Nah, I'm dead. Oh, I'm
No.
unconscious.
You're down to 0 unconscious.
I had 5 health when I
Yep.
started.
So he just thuds right into your back and just fall down.
I don't know which one's unconscious.
Let's see, that little face was fine. Here, let's see here.
Sleeping.
You unconscious, buddy. Selena, you're up.
We're all in the woods, right?
At the moment, yeah, that's all that's left is this little contingent in the woods.
If I were to shoot, there would be a distance.
No, I'd say that the one bugbear here, he's close enough to the edge of the woods. You could get a shot in just decent. The other one you wouldn't be able to hit.
Right. Can I take cover with this tent right here?
Yeah, you could use your bonus action to hide and then shoot from there.
Right. So
Yep. Oh yeah, you're good. So where are you hiding? Just sort of move your token.
into this tent.
Alright. Alright, so you're gonna aim at the bugbear there? Okay, and you go and you shoot and it catches in his armor, but you just got armor, you didn't actually hit flesh. Alright, so that's your action and bonus action. Still have some movement.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna move again.
That was like... That was 4, you still have 3 left. You can get to there if you wanted to keep moving forward.
No, I'll just stay where I am.
Okay. Cathod. Let's see here. Yeah. Cathod is going to cast his last spell with Magic Missile, and to guarantee that he put, he's going to have 1 hit the Hobgoblin Captain and 2 hit the Bugbear right in front of him. So first rolls for Hobgoblin Captain. Oh, crud muffins. Just so you know,
Wow.
Hobgoblin Captain was at 3 health.
Poop.
So that did not put him down. And then this one takes 5 damage. And that's Cathod's turn. Salazar.
What should I do? I'm gonna run and I'm gonna come up to there, and I'm gonna stab. Well, I'm gonna do a stab at him.
You're gonna do a stab at it.
No, I'm gonna do a stab at the guy up top and an unarmed strike at the guy at the bottom.
Okay.
He's gonna be like up top and then stab him right in the gut when he goes tie fight.
Okay, so you go and you sort of try and stab at the bugbear, but he just sort of pushes your spear to the side, and you just, as you're in the same motion, you swing your foot around and catch the hobgoblin captain upside the chin, and his head just cracks at an unnatural angle. It falls down.
Did
Broken
do
neck.
that?
Yep, you certainly did. That's action and bonus action. And I think that was all your movement. All right. So, Bonar, it is your turn.
Alright.
But, Elrine is currently laying on the ground motionless. Salazar just snapped the neck of the hobgoblin captain, but there's still 2 bugbears.
Alright. If he's motionless, I'm gonna move up there. Yeah, thank you.
Smart.
Gabriel. And I'm gonna attack
And you are still invisible.
Ooh. I am gonna totally just blood step him then.
All right.
Maybe not.
But he just sort of hears you coming through the trees and just sort of turns, and that turn is just enough for your blade to shink right down to the ground beside him.
Lame. Alright.
And you become
bonus.
visible, of course, in the
Yeah.
midst of that. And the bugbear's like, oh, there you are.
He sounds
Alright,
very
I think
bad.
that's all I can do.
Okay, Thonar.
Okie
Selena has just zoom right past you.
My
Got
little
stubby
dwarf
little
legs.
legs.
She might even parkour over you.
I guess. I mean, I can
There's
at
a
least
stepping
move.
stool.
Can at least move here, 25 feet.
Yep.
Um.
From there, you could see the bugbear between Salazar and your brother.
Alright. Actually, how many feet is that?
Did it on our turkey so
Yep. And unfortunately, your rage would have subsided by now because you didn't get to attack for a round.
I'm the worst. But that's
But-
okay, because I can't do anything with ranged. Anyways.
I mean, don't you have a crossbow?
Yeah, but I don't get my rage bonus only as
Yeah,
per
yeah,
melee.
it doesn't. It does a thing. Okay. And so that you go and you fire, and your arrow finds its target,
Yeah, it does.
and the bugbear lets out a grunt. Okay.
Yay.
Um,
I did
movement
something.
in your action. Anything
You go
else?
take candle.
No.
Okay.
That's it.
Elrine, I need you to make me a death saving throw.
Oh baby.
Roll a d20.
Oh, that's what I can.
Actually, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Backtracking. Do you know if reckless attack is only for melee?
Only melee.
Okay, alright. Thanks.
I rolled a 12.
Okay. You have 1 success. You do not inch closer to death.
Good, that's good.
Okay. The bugbear in front of Salazar, or in front of Claude, is going to take a swing at him. And no, that misses. That he parries the blow with his staff of defense, the glass staff. The other bugbear, confused about a dwarf appearing behind him and this monk rushing in beside him, I'm gonna roll. Takes a swing at Salazar
Oh,
and just misses. He's sort of just desperately swinging around, and you just duck and whooshes over your head. All right, Selena.
Alright. I'm gonna use that distraction as our
Mm-hmm.
to run and
Run and shoot. Run and gun. I will remind you, you do have your bow can give you advantage for an attack if you want, because it's got that magical essence. Would you like to do that? Nope. Nope.
Yeah,
It's the same roll. So takes 17 points of damage. Catch him right at the nape of the neck, and it just sort of he stutters and sort of falters forward, and then just catches himself and stands back up. And it's just like you can see he's having trouble. That arrow's hit some sort of nerve, might be threatening to do lethal damage, but he's still standing. Okay, Cathod. Goodness, Cathod, what are we gonna do with you? Yeah, Cathod's just gonna try and stab this guy with a dagger. Actually, let's see, spellbook. Actually, he's gonna use frostbite. And so he just sort of tries to, he reaches out, and we'll see how this bugbear fares. Let's have a con save, which he fails. So he takes 6 points of cold damage. Nice. He's got disadvantage on his next weapon attack. Okay, so you see Cathod just sort of reaches up both hands, and just it seems like ice just sprouts from his hands and just starts coating the bugbear in front of him. Like skin is freezing black and cracking, and just sort of he slows down a bit. Salazar, your turn.
The old poke and slap.
Okay, smack and slap, or stab and slap.
I like
Right.
poke.
And you've got advantage because Bonar. Yeah, you just as this bugbear is sort of struggling, you just shove your spear straight up into his neck, pull it out, gouts of blood just spurt out, and he just goes limp and falls down.
I threw it by accident.
It would still be the same numbers and everything, so no worries.
Okay, well, and then I'm gonna move and I'm gonna attack the other bugbear.
Yep, you've got
With
the.
my strike.
You could even get flanking with Salazar if you'd like. Yeah, or with. I keep mixing the two of you up. So sorry about that.
That's because we're such a good team.
All right, and you just pummel him right in a kidney. All right, so he's looking pretty rough too. Bonar.
Let's get this over with.
And I'll say the three of you can sort of like make a tri-flank on him if you like. So I'll give you advantage.
Woo!
All right.
And how would you like to dispatch this bugbear?
As I'm running up to him, I just plunge, blood step just straight through him, just all the way to the hilt.
Okay, so you run up and you just plunge it straight through, and it comes out the other side, and Cathod sort of steps back as this blade is coming right at his face. And the bugbear just sort of grabs onto the blade and just sort of and just slumps over, dead.
Got
I
him.
glare at Bonner. I'm like, that was a tad messy.
Just the way I like it.
All right.
We did it.
Bonar, it is your turn.
Wait, is there anybody left?
No
that I
enemies
can-
left.
Huh?
No enemies left.
Do you want to kill the brown tooths?
Kill them all.
Wait, no enemies left.
Somebody stabilize me.
I'm gonna I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna come over here to the middle here.
Okay.
And
That's Salazar. Don't be moving yet.
I am going to yell at the top of my lungs.
What's good?
What am I gonna yell? I'm going to yell. I just forgot his name. Oh yeah, I'm gonna yell for Droop. And
Okay.
Yeah, at the top of my lungs.
All right, so that's your turn. Elrine, make me a death saving throw.
I'd love to. 13.
13. You can mark down another success. You are not creeping closer to death. So, and Moaz, would somebody like to stabilize him or save him?
I would like
Yeah.
to try.
I can bloodstone him.
Okay.
I bloodstone him.
Okay.
So use one of those.
So Bonner goes over, grabs the bloodstone, puts a hand on Elrine, and you regain 13 hit points.
I like those.
With the body of a bugbear, hobgoblin, and hobgoblin captain around you.
Cool.
The body of a lion and the face. I forget what that quote is, but it's like Michael Scott something.
Yeah.
Okay, so you bring Elrine back, and his eyes flutter, and sort of his wounds have healed up a bit. Meanwhile, standing in the middle of the village, that Thonar lets out, "For Droop!" And you see these very quizzical goblins sort of start to congregate around these edges, wary still, but not quite sure. And with that, you hear a squabble as a whole bunch of goblins come in to the village from over here. Some of them brandishing little short swords, some of them brandishing some bows, and they just sort of charge in, and they see the carnage down to the south. They see Thonar there, unmolested, and then they see their friends across the way, and there's this rush of goblins to meet goblins, and just yelling, and chaos ensues, and they sort of all get together, and then some of them, I'm going to stop moving tokens, I can just describe it because you guys can figure it out. They come down and they sort of see the bloody mess of their captors, and they go through and they're like kicking and spitting and yelling at the bodies, and then some of them are coming up to you guys and just like spouting you don't know what in Goblin, but they seem to be very, very happy.
Everybody smiles in the same language.
Goblins just look a little creepy when doing it.
Some people just have sharper teeth.
Mm-hmm.
So we all head back into the village, I assume?
Okay, everybody can head back into the square. And Garp, the old one with the milky eyes amongst the ones that was in Cragmaw Castle, he sort of gets everybody to settle down, and they gather around him. And brothers and sisters of the Brown Tooths, today we return. And there's all these little tears. The Cragmaw oppressors are no more. King Groll is dead. And again, all these little cheers and happy things and whatever and then one of the goblins that was from the town says, "Since you've been gone, they killed some of us as examples," and points to some of the goblins on the stakes in the middle of the town. "They kept us afraid, and they were going to have a feast before they headed out to conquer more land to the south. But I say, tonight is a feast for our heroes." And they point to the group of you. Some of you quite injured and bloodied. Others, still all right. But all these goblins are just cheering for you. And Garp says, "Our friends saved us from the Cragmaws at the castle. They brought us here, and they have saved you as well. The Brown Tooths are free." And again, cheers. And so
Yeah.
it sort of dies down and sort of start going about their way. That some of them start organizing, some go to continue preparing the food that was going to be for their oppressors, but now they're sort of a lightness to their step as they go about. Others will sort of drag all of the hobgoblin bodies into a pile, or they're going to make a pyre down to the south. Oh yeah, Todd is not a hobgoblin, so he doesn't get burned.
Wait, can we check the bodies first?
Yeah.
You may.
Don't burn them yet.
Okay. Okay, that's the quote. I was like, wait, what didn't he write?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh goodness, I gotta separate this out to count the bodies. Actually,
Body count.
I think that's
There's a couple more.
yeah. I've got to do this to total up your XP and everything. So you guys killed. I removed. Did I remove the one from up there? Okay, there were the 6 and 7 hobgoblins, 4 wolves, 2 hobgoblin captains, 1 hobgoblin shaman, and 2 bugbears.
Wow.
So let's see here. That's
Death.
you find a total on the bodies summing 147 gold. And yeah, there's a couple great swords between the 2 hobgoblin captains and some clubs, but they don't seem to have any particularly special armament amongst them. Though you do find on the hobgoblin shaman a necklace that that is sort of made from sort of little bones and brown pieces of things, and it sort of strikes you. So you take it off, and as you take it off, that one of the brown-toothed goblins who was helping, build the pyre and such, says, "The brown-tooth necklace, it's returned to us. No more will be a hobgoblin treasure." And so he grabs it and he brings it back actually over to Garp. And Garp takes it, looks at it very closely, sort of feels it, says, "Ah, yes, this belonged to the previous shaman of our village before the hobgoblins came and took it from him." And sort of some of the other goblins sort of point to one of the bodies Garp can't see, one of the bodies that's on one of the stakes. And that Garp says, "If you would please settle down and we will bring the feast that we were being forced to prepare, we all give to you. Everyone, today is a day to celebrate." And so they sort of group you up, set out this food for you. They don't have any tables, so you're sitting on the ground, but they bring some fish, some game over, and then sort of give you this feast. Meanwhile, that they've taken the bodies off of the different stakes, and they've gone and some to bury them elsewhere, and that Garp gets up in front of everyone and sort of hushes everyone. You sort of see this is everybody's gathering around. Says, "A year ago, the Kragmas attacked us and made us their slaves. They killed our leaders and sent many of us away." And sort of the ones that had been in Kragma Castle, like, boo. "But now we are reunited. While our chief is dead, it is his son, who brought our saviors to us. Droop, you were taken and outcast farther than the rest of us. We were taken to the castle, and yet the bugbears took you further. We believe you dead, or a worse fate. But you survived their cruelty and convinced these heroes to come to our aid. We are free because of Droop." There's cheers. They're like, "Droop, Droop, Droop, ah!" And he says, "And we are free because of you," and gestures to the group of you. "Our humble village of hunters and fishermen, has little to offer heroes as reward. But we do have a possession from our previous shaman. He holds up the necklace. We give you this heirloom as thanks for freeing us from cruelty. And you'll use it to help other creatures against harm. It will help hide you from unfriendly ears and protect you from the elements. And so he holds it out and presents it to you.
I'll grab it.
Okay. And
we accept this humbly. When I first laid eyes, I don't know, I can't do my accent, so I'm not going to. When I first laid eyes on Droop, I knew that he needed more help than he could give himself. And we took it upon ourselves, and it was worth it every moment. Although some of our friends have fallen, together we stand strong.
they go, yeah!
I step forward as
Mhm.
well. I put my hand on Droop's shoulder. I'm like, one cannot give somebody dignity. One can only affirm it. Hashtag John Perkins.
So Droop sort of has been standing there quietly, and they sort of says, "My friends, it is true that they took me to the castle, and then they took me further, fearing that if I were to return to the village, you would have hope. And away from there, I lost hope, and I became afraid, too afraid to act, too afraid to fight back. Until this one found me," he points to Thonar, "as well as these. And they gave me hope. They taught me I do not have to be afraid. And we no longer have to worry about the Kragmas fighting us anymore. This is our forest. It has grown dangerous and frightful, but we will not be afraid. We are the Browntooths, and this is our home." And there's cheers that go up. "And tonight we feast." And you see that
Yay.
a couple goblins have brought out these little horns, and they start playing a tune, which sounds absolutely atrocious to you. But the goblins just like sort of get up and start dancing around, and are quite happy. And so this between getting the bodies ready to burn, you can see there is a pyre going down to the south, and as well as preparing the feast, giving speeches. That it's gotten later at night. You guys are eating, and as you're sort of eating, they're dancing to the music, and a couple, there's sort of this group that's gathered around the rock in the middle, and there's one sort of yammering away, and in Goblin, and a couple of them come up and they're sort of making actions. Everybody, make insight checks. You pull your silence. Okay, that it for everyone except Selena, she doesn't catch on quite as quick. But you notice at first there's one goblin who's just sitting face down, and another one sort of struts up, pushes something open, and picks him up. And then there's some other goblins that come around him, and then they talk, and then they go away, and then they come back, and there's some fighting. That as well as there's a couple goblins starting to scribble on the story rock behind him, and they sort of get some very basic paint. They scribble in this short figure with pink skin and no shirt, and next to him another short figure, but this one sort of covered in gray. One with red garments and no hair. Another who's hooded in black, and then this strange sort of white-skinned fellow, and as well as another sort of a taller figure covered in green, and that they've been while they've been acting out these actions, have been scrawling them on the rock behind them. And you see in the last one that there's this clash where there's the ones that were from previously come in and fight these other ones, and the the second ones all fall to the ground, and then the first ones cheer. And they've just told the story of the liberation of Brown-Tooth Village, starting with Droop being found in Tressender Manor.
Yay.
And they have scrawled all your likenesses on the story rock.
We're immortal.
With a tear in my eye, I say, "It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen."
Are you blind, man?
Yep. So did you catch all that? Yeah. So you know that they reenacted all the events of you guys coming to save them and scrawled a likeness of you on the story rock.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So by now it's definitely dark. The fires are going in the village. That you've had your meal for the evening. It's getting quite dark. As well as you also didn't notice that at some point Gundren had wandered in and just sort of been sitting at the back, sort of watching all of this in awe. And he hasn't said much, but he's just sort of like looking at the goblins, looking at the painting, looking at you guys, looking back at the painting, back at the goblins, just sort of taking it all in.
I look at him and I'm like, what do you think? Think we've immortalized ourselves?
I think that if you keep this up, then that black spider fellow won't know what hit him.
You're awful optimistic.
Well, I mean, I've got a rather rousing speech from a little fellow saying not to be afraid, so I think I'll go with that.
As you will. There's no accounting for wisdom.
All right. So it's sort of the feast dies down. That the goblins are sort of finishing off their celebration, sort of breaking off into groups to sort of talk and mull over and sort of go see how the different parts of the village are doing. Sort of inspect their old tents and stuff. Sort of pulling out, some random little trinkets and leftovers and bedrolls from the hobgoblins and throwing them into the pyre. And
Can I go around and interview them, see if what they know about the black spider? They probably don't know anything, right?
you go ahead and ask, and the goblins that were from the village, that they've never heard Black Spider. All they know of is King Groll and the Cragmaws. The ones from the castle sort of know as much as you do, that King Groll had been working with some person known as the Black Spider, and that female drow woman had been sent as an envoy from the Black Spider. The female drow woman that turned out to not be a female drow woman. I think female drow woman is a little redundant, but you know what I mean.
Female drow man.
Did she turn out to be a male drow woman?
They're not
Well,
being
I think
creative.
the creature they was are technically genderless, so include what you like.
Hmm.
So it is a female drow man.
Drow thing, yes.
At some point, I know we kind of already passed it, but at some point when we're still eating the feast and stuff, I carry over like a cup or flask or whatever. I assume there's like some sort of ale, and bring it over to Bonar. And I say I thank him for bringing me back up with the Bloodstone, and I thank him for not living up to his surname. I was a little skeptical when I first joined the party with two Elfbane brothers, but earned my trust this evening.
I give him a firm pat on the back and say, I expect if it was me, you would have done the same.
And with that firm pat right where the mace had hit you, it hurts a bit.
I still nod, so of course. So,
Okay.
yeah, keep that Bloodstone safe. It's
It's coming handy.
Can I expend a hit die?
Yeah, this has easily been a short rest for you guys. Anybody wants to spend hit dice, gain back short rest.
What time
features.
is it?
It's gotten pretty late. It's like 10 o'clock at night now. You guys got here sort of at dusk, around 7. That's when the fight took place. This has been a few hours between feasting and storytelling and speeches and burning the bodies.
I can get rid of my death saving throws, right? Those don't stay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. All right. So it is about 10 o'clock at night. You know, the goblins are sort of going into their tents to get some rest. There's still some up sort of talking. You know, you can see that they're sort of paired off between.
Oh no, he's dying.
No.
Failing a Constitution saving throw here.
Oh dear.
They're sort of paired off. Usually, it's one of the village goblins and one of the castle goblins are sort of exchanging stories and information updates. But for the most part, they're going to bed.
Let's go to bed, guys.
All right.
All right, and that you notice that some of the brown tooth goblins have set up watch around camp. There's a whole ton of them, so there's plenty to go around, and so they've got some sentries up. So Endroop will come over and say, "My friends, you are guests at the Brown Tooths tonight. You have nothing to fear. We'll guard the edges of camp, and you may sleep well."
We'll let you know if it hits the fan.
Pretty much.
All right.
All right. So you guys go to bed?
Yeah.
Okay, so you sort of find your separate spots. That you guys are actually offered the large tent where the hobgoblin captains had been staying with the bugbears, and it's been cleared out, and you know it smells a little funky, but it's not it's not anything you wouldn't be able to handle. You sort of spread out your bed mats there, and you go to sleep,
Sounds good.
and that you guys wake up in the middle of the night with everything up. No, it's you guys wake up at the next dawn, and the lights come up, and you have had a full rest.
Do we regain hit points on a full?
You
Full rest?
regain everything
Okay.
except you only regain half of your hit dice.
Half of your total or half of your expended ones?
Half of your total
Okay.
is the number that you gain back.
I shouldn't have used those on the short rest then.
Yeah.
Hindsight.
All right.
Bodies are definitely gone.
And actually, you guys can continue, but I have to get off. I got something I have to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
And
Brian.
I mean, I know it's a little early. It is sort of a no. We can go a bit further because there won't be too much. But like I say, this is a decent story stopping point if you wanted.
I wouldn't mind either way.
Okay. All right, so we can go ahead and finish it there. Next week we'll start with you guys wake up in Brown Tooth Village and go from there. But I will take a quick moment to tally experience points here.
So you all know I will be missing for the next 3 weeks.
Okay.
Where are you gonna be?
I'll be back the 24th.
Okay.
So that's 2 weeks.
Okay, so that's 2. We'll see if anybody else is missing. We might do sort of an off week with a battle royale or something, just to sort of try to keep you from falling too far behind.
Much obliged.
And then let's see what is.
Also, what's the next level XP?
6,500.
Yeah, level 5 is quite a bit.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna hit that for a little while.
Nah.
Okay, so let's see here.
That's just about double of what I've got.
Yeah.
Almost exactly. Wait, no, never mind.
Oh yeah, and then 2 bugbears, and those are 450 each. Okay. Right. Everybody gains 710 experience.
All right.
And Elrond, you get an additional 100
Yeah.
for your rousing thanks to Bonar. Well, let me take that back. That is 810 to everybody. Yep.
So that's an extra another 100.
Yeah.
All right. I think I mathed correctly.
Yes. Alright, and then I'll give yes. Make sure Cathod gets his half XP.
What was it? 800 what?
810. Oh wait, just a second here. Because you guys completed a quest. Add an additional 170 to that. So total 980. You guys completed a significant quest of liberating the Brown Tooths. Nice.
All right.
Now, was that a side quest?
I'm gonna peel back the screen a bit. The whole Brown Tooth thing does not exist whatsoever in the written adventure.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
So once I saw you guys really liked Droop, I'm like, I can do something with this.
Yay.
Droop was our little man.
Yeah.
Team Drew.
Can I switch back and Droop can be my animal companion?
If only. Yeah.
Next time.
Get it to
Also-
Droop 5 life.
Also, Thonar, that you would have had time to examine it during the feast or whatever, but you now have a brown tooth necklace.
Do I know what it does? Would
It's
it
just
be more
old-
beneficial for somebody
Old
else to
rotten
have it?
brown teeth.
Okay, so that you notice that it requires attunement, and while attuned to this necklace, you gain proficiency in stealth while you're in the forest, as well as you may use the necklace to cast Pass Without a Trace, Silence, and Protection from Energy once per day each.
You have to be able to cast those normally.
Nope.
Oh, that's nice.
This is something sort of bestowed upon the hunters of their tribe. It was something to help them go through the forest.
What does requires attunement mean?
That you have to take some time and attune to the magic of the item, and you can only have 3 items attuned to you at a time. I think this is the first item that requires attunement for you guys.
Okay. I mean, I can use it, but if anybody else really wants it,
I think you deserve it for all
Yeah,
your
man.
Droopness.
For all your
Alright.
speech wordiness.
all right, I will gladly wear it as my reminder of Droop.
Okay. So you have, I believe in your journal you should have the brown
Oh,
tooth
yeah.
necklace.
Nice. Look
What did we do with
nicely
the other guy?
on my bare chest.
Actually, here I'll show it to everybody if they want to see it.
Cool.
Does that show up for you guys if I do that?
I don't see it.
No, I
In the
don't see
journal?
it.
Show to players.
What did we do with the other captive goblin, by the way?
He's back in Vandalin. You
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know what has happened to him.
We left
Yeah.
him to his own devices, or well, the villagers.
Oh, okay.
He was not as nice.
Yeah, and you can also remember that he and Droop had a spat when they saw each other, and Droop was quite happy to be free while the other one was not.
Yeah, I think Droop told us that he was one of the bad goblins.
That while the sort of threat of the Kragma clan was the hobgoblin amongst them, that there were a significant number of goblins that were part of the Kragmas. And yeah. And so that was one of the Kragmaw goblins that you had captured from way back the very first session.
Yeah.
How far we've come.
Yes, indeed.
Well, very successful.
All right.
Oh, also everyone gets, if we split that 147 gold evenly, everyone can get 24, and then we have 3 left over.
So you're splitting that 5 ways or 6? Because Cathod.
6 ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it, 24?
Yeah. So let me see.
24 to school. As sort of a practical thing, what you might want to start doing is create a party fund, and that way you just have the party fund gold together. I don't know.
Makes sense. Yeah, that would
Yeah,
probably
we
be
could-
better.
We could do that. Who wants to be in charge of the party fund?
Not I.
We could think about that, and we don't have to
Yeah.
do it right now.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
we could talk about it with Jeff too. Maybe make a post on Facebook or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And
As well as, go ahead.
I don't mind doing it. I've kind of been doing the math every time anyways. If no one else wants to do it, I'll do it, but I honestly don't care either way.
Yeah, I could do it too. So would it affect anything like in game if you're gonna be the one carrying around all of this gold? Would that have any effect?
If you are captured and dragged away, then the party wouldn't have access to that gold.
Aside from like weight and stuff, though, so that actually.
I'm not going to be that nitpicky.
Okay.
No.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna convert all my
Daniel.
assets to gold and just carry around.
You become a primary target for thieves.
Guys,
Yeah.
we can. It's like luring Pokestops. We can just sit in one spot and they'll come to us, and we can just grind experience.
Nice. One thing I will want to say, sir, this is probably quite a few sessions down the line, but Thonar Bonnar, I want you to be collaborating about your mutual venture back home, and sort of think of some details of what that is
Okay.
and how that's organized. And I can talk with you out of session.
All right. Sounds
What?
good.
Daniel. Sweet. All right, yeah, we'll do that. But I gotta get going. It was fun. You guys rock.
Yeah, man.
All right. This has been great. See you later.
Later, bro.
User disconnected from your channel.
Forget this crap. I'm just laying down.
Yep.
Are we giving Dan all our money now?
man.
It's for you guys to discuss, but it's more or less like when you loot, rather than like splitting up individually, you could just sort of put it together in a fund,
the
and then
party
people
fund.
are able to pull from the party fund if you guys cooperate that well to work that way.
Yeah, I can do that.
I honestly feel like this is the first group I've played with that would not cause huge issues.
Yeah, I mean, you guys already banded together to help Bonnar purchase his armor, and
I've literally been in games where the first session, the rogue has like stolen a magical item that another person has started out with.
yep,
That
murder hunters.
only
Was that a
lasted 2
game with
sessions.
GC and Gion?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I remember that.
Yes. Jack
That-
stole DC's something. I don't even remember what it was,
I
but
think,
yeah.
I think it was his like magical boots or
Yeah,
something.
I
don't
think
know.
so.
I mean, the only thing that happened with us is Thonar stole Cathod's crystal for a bit,
Yeah.
but then you guys righted that. Since then, I don't think there's been any inter-party scandals.
Only
Yeah.
a second-rate rogue needs to steal magical boots.
Ooh. Throw in so much shade you could hide in it.
Oh, that
man.
was good.
Yep. This is fun. So yeah, that the Brown Tooth story arc, not a thing of that in the written adventure, and that in the castle in the tower to the south where the Brown Tooths were was supposed to be a imprisoned owlbear.
Ah.
But we had some fun with the Brown Tooths.
Does that mean Droop is gone from our level?
I'll talk to him in the morning.
Maybe he wants to become an adventurer.
Yeah.
Although judging by his bravery, I don't know. Maybe if he had a sack of holding and a scuba tank.
What?
A bag of holding and a scuba tank, so he could.
Oh, hide inside the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Yep. Guys, this is fun. You guys are level 4, gonna head back into even more dangerous things.
Mhm.
Make sure you record the next couple sessions. I want to see them.
All
Yep.
right.
I got
Will do.
tonight's as well.
Because
I've trying